Alright, hello! How's everyone doing today? So, we are going to be starting a new save of Fear and Hunger. Um, this one being an Olivia run. So let's get into it, yeah? And we're going to continue on just normal Fear and Hunger mode, because there's definitely a lot more to learn in this game. And I'm curious what else I could find. I've heard that if I go in Masochism mode, it won't be like... what do you call it? It'll be day 3 and everyone's already gonna be mood scorched, so there's gonna be less things to look at. Alright, back in the train. No, we are not going to skip that. The soothing sound of the rail tracks, you are not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander. You reminisce what has led you to this point in life. You remember moths. Blue moths. Blue noctoid moths, to be precise. That is your first memory as a child. You and your twin sister sitting in the backyard, illuminated by the cold blue hue of the moon. Instances where it was just the two of you sharing a moment were rare. That is possibly why those moments mattered to you the most. Oh, Marco's actually down below me in the... You and your twin sister were born at the strike of midnight, at the turning point of months. Thus, you were born with different birth signs. One was born with the shadowed soul, and one was the radiating soul. Since that moment, it was evident that the two of you would lead very different paths in life. Just as predicted, you were the polar opposites of each other from the very early on. You were fragile and weak in build, where your sister... Rila was an active and adventurous child that could have easily been an athlete if she chose so. You stuck indoors, reading books from the most of your time. Your sister spent her time outside making friends with other kids of the neighborhood. Despite your differences, you took solace from each other in the strict religious household you grew up in. One thing was common between the two of you. You both wanted out of the ever-watching eye of your parents and their religious dogma. You found escapism from the nature... You found escapism from the nature and botanism. That doesn't sound right. Your sister, also being academically gifted, took interest in sciences. She would dedicate her time to new sciences that centered around advanced engineering and top-of-the-line technology. Her taking interest in the academia did irk you a little bit, as if she had stepped into your territory. It's probably best that we stick to our own thing as opposed to like trying to diversify too much, so let's stick to botanism. You decided to concentrate on your own doings instead of giving in to the jealousy, and it quickly bared fruit. You learned undergrowth awareness. While occupying yourself with the world of botanism, your sister would often quietly join your reading sessions, burying herself into her own books. Despite your differences, these reading sessions really create a strong bond between the two of you. During your high school years, a disaster struck. You suffered multiple small strokes in a short period of time, oof. And was left bedridden. Naturally, you were terrified by what could have been causing this. Your parents first turned to religious healers for aid, but nothing seemed to work. Your sister tried to persuade them to seek out modern doctors, but your parents were slow to react to her pleas. Oh. After getting no results, your parents finally gave in, but it was too late at that point. The diagnosis was that you had an abnormality of the spinal cord that affected the blood flow and its supply. You underwent a long operation in hopes of fixing the issue, but unfortunately, things didn't go well, and you were bound for a wheelchair for the unforeseeable future. If something had been done sooner, maybe things could have been different. Ah, that's a shame. What followed was an intense period during which you tried many different medical treatments, all for nothing. There is no escaping the wheelchair. Your legs did have some minor function, but they were left far too weak to carry your weights proper. The world felt like such an unfair and hostile place after all you had gone through. All of this just further created contrast between you and your sister. You couldn't help but be envious of her. Her life seemed to roll forward without hiccups of any kind, whereas you struggled with each step you took quite literally. Nevertheless, the two of you continued not on the same path, then on the same lane at the very least, as you both entered the same university in Bremen. Naturally, you were studying botanism and natural sciences, and your sister studied new computer sciences and engineering. You both were tremendously relieved. You had finally moved out of your parents' sphere of influence. Like always, you and Rila, I'm going to mispronounce that name so many times. Rila? Were the polar opposites. Why would have things been any different in the university? You had trouble getting acquainted with other students, but your sister, on the other hand, was already leading the student council and was even getting very familiar with one of the university professors. Try to steal the affection, just concentrate on your own studies. Expose the professor to his superiors. Oh, that kind of familiar. This yet again feels like a good time to just keep my head down. You learned advanced botanism. Just as you expected, your sister and the professor had an obvious connection. You were not sure whether you felt jealous for the fact that your sister garnered the attention from the opposite sex, or that someone else was forming a connection with her. Either way, you didn't think too much about it. It wasn't all bad anyway, as you made good friends with the professor through your sister. Your student life continued smoothly, and you were constantly ranked top of your class. And the nature seemed to lift its veil of secrets the further you got into your studies. Your sister did even better at school. Apparently, she was practically a genius in her field. She took part in special student exchange program between the Bremen Empire and the Eastern Union. She would get to see the world while you were stuck on your laurels. Nothing new there, you pondered. In any case, the time had come for you to choose where you would specialize in your botanical studies. Folkloristic? Or toxicology? Toxicology will probably teach me something to do with poison, right? That'd be my first assumption here. The folkloristic, but that sounds more interesting. That could like teach me some magic stuff, which I'm very interested in. Let's try that. Folkloristic side of botanism. Oh, I got a Venishka skin Bible. Okay. You graduated, started your own research in botanism, while also working at the bigger greenhouse in Bremen. What should have been a brand new start in life felt more like you falling into place to gather moss, living your life through your sister's amazing tales. Her research abroad seemed to open many doors for her. The Eastern Union hired her to work in top-secret facilities around the Central Europa. You would receive letters from her frequently, always from a different country. You could never fully reveal what she worked on, but she did say that despite working for the army, her inventions would be for the best of mankind, not for war. It sounded incredible, and you were genuinely happy for her. Really. All your letters came to a halt all of a sudden. You wouldn't hear from Rayla for months. After 6 months, your parents got information that Rayla had been accused of treason. She had committed serious crimes against the Bremen Empire. That's at least the official story. By the time you'd heard of this, she had already been in an undisclosed Bremen prison for months. You felt helpless. There wasn't much you could do. The next time you heard of her was when you read news about a terrorist group called Nameless Liberty Underground, breaking her free from prison. What had your sister gotten into? A terrorist organization? The news really bothered you. You had definitely heard of a Nameless Liberty Underground before, but where? Then you remembered. The professor Rayla had been seeing during her school years had mentioned the organization in a passing comment. You returned to the university to confront the professor, only to find out that he had been executed several months prior. He too had been accused of treason and had been sentenced to be hanged in the middle of a battlefield. Ugh. Something weird was definitely going on. You got to search through his office and found several letters from Rayla. Apparently the two had been in a letter correspondence long after Rayla had graduated. In the last letter from her, Rayla had cryptic writing about a cube. Eastern Union had been desperately trying to replicate the cube, but to no avail, whatever that meant. Rayla was worried that the Operation Prehevil was what Kaiser of Bremen Empire was after. There's still time before he could get here. I still have time. Those were Rayla's last words. Upon further investigation, you found out that Prehevil was a medium-sized city in the country of Bohemia. That is the last known location of your sister, and that is where you decided to head without delay. The real adventure ahead of you, how did you prepare for the trip? We already have a book. I don't know what book we would get, but... Herbs or food? It actually might be better to get a book, because those tend to have more long-lasting effects. Assuming that it's, like, a useful book. If it's another Skin Bible, or the Alchemelia books, that'd be great. I think I'd rather take a gamble on that than go with supplies. Okay, Alchemelia Volume 1. Yeah, I'll take that. That sounds good. You felt tense since the moment you embarked on this journey. Every night you'd see nightmares of the horrors that would await you in Prehevil. Are they just dreams? You can't help but feel that there is more to this dream than mere logic would dictate. Okay, let's save that. The only thing they get from the intro is a Kassar. Well, actually, no, there's a little bit more to get from it, so let's go through that. Plus, there's a chance that maybe I'll get something new. Girl in pink again. I feel like someone was watching you while you slept. Was that your sister? Wait. Wait, no, is the girl in pink Rayla? Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, these guys aren't going to say nothing to me. And off into the workshop we go. Not the train anymore. Yo! Been looking for you everywhere. Just where do you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry we're in? Get your filthy paws off me. As if the janitor bulged from their sockets as his expression intensifies. We can do it the hard way, too. Ah! I guess he just straight up attacks you if you do that. We are probably going to just want to attack this guy. I already have a knife equipped, that's nice. Foldable wheelchair. I have an extra slot for wheels. And a one... Oh, that's also the thing... Okay, yeah, so the girl in pink must be Ryla. Because Ryla in our previous run through with Marcoh led us to a place with a one-winged necklace. So I guess they both have one? Elephant necklace. You and your sister both have one of the wings. Big for your taste. You prefer more modest jewelry. Okay. Alright. Let's get to dealing with the janitor. Get rid of that. Ow. Ow. Oh, I've heightened defense for some reason. That's nice. Come on, drop the Kassara. Ooh, this is not going good. Marcoh is a lot better at fighting this guy. Ooh. Guess we have to hope to just one-shot the chest. No dice. Ah. What happens if I lose here? I'll teach you to run away. Yeah. Oh, please don't be something bad. Let's see you dash around like a little jailbird without these chicken thighs of yours. Oi! Wait. This is... Okay, don't get me wrong, this is still incredibly cruel, but it wasn't like I was using those anyway. Janitor walked away. Apparently he has other slaves to look after as well. Yeah, that... Hey, Tanaka. Still lost in your own thoughts. So I'm thinking from here that I'll probably go north this time, because last time I went west, and that led me to the bunker, and I got a Bella. I didn't see any of the early game following Karin. Doo-doo-doo. The other thing I know I can do is, since I started off now with a Venushka book, I can also talk with Marcoh this time, see how he is. Doesn't seem to be interested in small talk. I guess maybe I won't speak with Marcoh. Karin, where are you going? What is it? Where are you going? I'd rather not make acquaintances right now. I've spent enough time loitering around. Hey, wait up. There's more options I have here. That's right. And I'm going alone, if that's what you were talking about to ask. Jesus, come on. What brings you here? I'm a journalist. I smell a scoop. I don't think anyone visits these parts unless they have to. Nice to meet you. Likewise. Now, if you excuse me, I spent enough time loitering around. Okay, fine. I'll stop bothering you, Jesus. There's also all the plants and stuff that last time I couldn't identify as Marcoh. Maybe that will be something good. I don't need friends, they'll disappoint me. Okay, I can sprint. I guess it was just on the train I couldn't. But let's make sure to gather up whatever resources we can, since we chose to go with no resources this time. How about these things? Poison hemlock, lovely. Yeah, we've got some new toys to play with this time. Poison hemlock, a large and poisonous plant that emits unpleasant smell. When digested, it's very hazardous, but on touch, it only causes mild poisoning. Okay, maybe I can turn that into something. Because I know when we fought the doppelganger, it had like a poison mist ability, so maybe that's an item. Wild dagger. Oh, she referenced that in, when I spoke to her on the second day, I think. Plus, our boy Kefir sold it too. Also known as the lion's tail rare plant to see growing in the wild in Europa. Someone must have planted it here. When smoked, the plant has a calming and numbing effect. Great for relieving fears. Okay. Okay, so it's basically like free tobacco. That's nice. That'll help. Yeah, so that added to the fact that I can condense, like, what do you call it? Lavender. That should actually help a lot with keeping my sanity. Is Karin gonna get jumped by the gun guy? Because I know he's around here somewhere. I'm using her as a human shield right now. Kinda curious, actually, if I just follow you the whole way, where you end up. Yeah, let's go into the village together. Let's see what you have to say. For now, I'll just awkwardly wheel behind you. What's up? Oh, you were waiting for me. How kind. Or not? Or maybe you're just gonna stand here and look at the waves. Okay. Good for you. I guess I'll head ahead. Driving a wheelchair through the grass, no joke. Oh yeah, no, she's got some good upper body strength in order to get through the grass like that as easily as I am. Oh. Okay. Oh wait, I think I know how to deal with this. Yep, there we go. That's gonna be annoying. He's got good arm strength, but not quite enough to make it up those steps, but Lord knows how high they go. Oh, come on. Is there is it E maybe? No, not E. If there is I could just mash my keyboard here a little bit. Oh. Oh! Okay, that's good to know too for later. T is apparently just party talk. X also pulls up inventory. C, there we go. C for chair. Hey guys. Yeah, you guys all have the same thing to say. For now, we keep our legs. Or do our best to do so. Oh god. Get used to that noise, because I'm going to do that every goddamn time, I'm sure. Let's not go into the sewers just yet, but let's do a little bit of looting down here. And see what we can grab early on. Scrap metal. Oh, actually, I don't think I can get through this. Yeah, because I need the electrical panel. I need a Bella. Okay, then I'll have to return at another point. I'm hoping these creeps aren't too much. Though I'd prefer not to fight. These guys are weak, but I don't want to fight them just yet with just a knife, because I don't know how much abuse they can take. Knock, knock. Again, I still have no idea if that actually does anything, but I'm gonna knock on those coffins hoping they prevent the death mask from spawning. More yellow vials. And we got a thorned ring, which I think we can take on and off, so we might as well stick that on for now. Yeah, okay. And Karin has also magically teleported over here. I think we know this dialogue, though. What the hell is going on in this town? Yeah, we've gone through this before. Got Herb. Karin death path, yeah. And Soul. But just murder her? The thing, so okay, I said this before, but you probably weren't in the chat yet. I plan to make it to day 3. Like, I'm probably going to go for having everyone killed, but I want to make it to day 3 so I can see everyone's Moonscorch forms. So I don't want to kill anyone who isn't or either attacking me or has become Moonscorched. I do obviously know, like, at this point that, like, if I were to just go and murder everyone, I could turn Olivia into, like, the ultimate killing machine. But for now, I'd rather do that. If I do an Osa run, maybe I'll probably try and speed run, just murdering everyone. Because I do feel like he is the most poised to do that of the cast. Not that he's, like, specifically evil, but he is definitely the least, like cooperative out of everyone. Family dinner's going on over here. Hey guys, I gotta take the gunman first. He tries to take an aim for you. The situation got dangerous. Hold on, I don't want to start a fight. Words are in vain. Yeah, I feel like being a yellow mage, like whatever his backstory is with being a yellow mage, I'm very interested as that was. I was definitely curious. I was by default going to play him, but I figured it'd be more fun to ask everyone who they wanted me to play next, and Olivia was the winner of that, so we're playing Olivia today. Get rid of that gun. Take a little ow. Oh, I'm weak to bullets. That makes sense. Please. Oh, okay. Yeah, something I'm learning here is that combat's going to be a little bit different with Olivia compared to Marcoh. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and stick around for more content in the future. Thank you.